The power of music. David would take up his lyre and play. Then relief would come to Saul. King Saul's spiritual decline following his disobedience to God, the Spirit of the Lord left him. To find relief from the resulting tormenting spirit, Saul's servants bring in a young shepherd named David, who plays the lyre to soothe the king. The Holy Spirit departs from Saul as a consequence of his earlier rebellion, leaving him vulnerable to a distressing spirit that troubles and terrifies him. Saul's servants suggest soothing his mind with music. They recommend David, describing him as a brave warrior, a skilled musician, and a man favored by the Lord. David is summoned from his father's sheep and enters Saul's service. His music successfully refreshes Saul and causes the tormenting spirit to depart. David royal promotion from the field to the royal palace. Saul grows very fond of David and makes him his personal armor-bearer, unknowingly bringing his future successor into the royal court. Rejecting God's direction leads to spiritual torment, that human solutions cannot cure spiritual problems. God's grace prepares us for future greatness during unseen seasons. Disobedience has spiritual consequences. King Saul's repeated rebellion caused the Holy Spirit to depart, leaving him vulnerable to an agonizing spiritual darkness. It is a warning about the dangers of resisting God's voice. Human solutions are only temporary. Saul's servants used music to soothe his anguish. While music brought temporary relief, it did not solve the root of Saul's spiritual brokenness. True peace requires spiritual reconciliation. Character is built in the background. Before David was king, he was a faithful musician and armor-bearer. This period taught him submission and leadership, while he served under a deeply flawed king, showing that God often uses humble, unseen roles to prepare us for larger callings. God's providence is at work. God's sovereignty positioned David in the royal palace exactly when he was needed, protecting his future and demonstrating that God can place you exactly where you need to be, regardless of your current circumstances.